Let's share the show. We have some things to talk about today. Today is Saturday, the 5th of October, 2024. As you join the show, let's make it our business to invite someone. Let's share the show, please. Good morning and good morning. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Let's share the show, please. Please and please. Let's share the show. Happy good day. Auntie Sarah, how are you? Welcome to today's edition. SKTV, as always. The Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And as always, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. In as much that some of them misbehave.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving the care and the parents of them. So welcome and life without care.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris who make you I can't ask you TV menu. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamu. And you say no money, the more I you. And you love me, the more I you. What is that?
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now.
Yeah, let's share the show, my people. Yeah, like I was saying, in as much that some of the Liberian women can misbehave, they can bounce around, they talk bunch of foolishness, some of them, as old and as grown as they are, but they're still the most beautiful women on earth, though. I'm saying all the Liberian women, though. I'm just saying a few non-entity, inconsequential, crazy women we get in the community. That can be bouncing around, hold on Facebook, talking foolishness. I don't want to talking about the crazy women. But they got very, very decent Liberian women who are very mature, intelligent, very good ones. But it seems like the social media have made a crazy one and appear like almost all the Liberian women are crazy, but they're not true. They're not true. All of them are not crazy. They just get few crazy, disgruntled, discombobulated, confused. And to be very honest with you, I don't blame some of them. Some of them, they grew up in a dysfunctional family. So as evidenced by that, they are demonstrating dysfunction in public. They are unstable, uncouth. Those are the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about the decent Liberian women in the majority who are silenced. The ones who are very mature and intelligent, and that they are talking about. So, y'all help us share the show, please. Share the show as much as you can. Share the show as much as you can, please. Sorry, folks. But let's share the show. I already started getting caught. Some people texting me too. I don't get problem with Liberian women. They're the most beautiful women on earth. But I share the shoe. I talk about the one that we spoil Liberian women. We are very, very decent Liberian women. Very, very decent. Whom read, a lot of them. But they're mostly quiet. They're not in public, misbehaving, exhibiting foolishness. I'm talking about the one who in public misbehaving and exhibiting foolishness. I don't want to talk about. But if you're a good woman, you don't have a problem with that. Now, if you're part of the crazy people and the crazy crew, then maybe you'll get a problem with it. But if you're a decent woman who was raised from a home, who knows how to carry themselves in public, it shouldn't be a concern for you. In fact, you should even be excited that we are calling the crazy one out. Anyway, folks, let's share the show. And what we are here for today. We'll get into the social conversation later. Let's share the show. A lot of things going on in the world and around the world. Like for today our conversation is going to be focused on if the Liberian people are willing to go through another 6 years. I'll say 2. I'll say 3. I'll say 1. I'll say 4. I'll say 5. 6 years. When you add 6 years of corruption from Ellen Johnson and Joseph Boakai, 6 years of corruption from Joe Weah and CDC, 6 years of corruption from Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun administration, that's 24 years of the time you've lived on earth that you have given to criminals. 24. You know what 24 years can do? You know what you can do in 24 years? Take 24 years from your age and see where you should be, how you should be, and who you should be. Just imagine you having a 24-year-old child. Just imagine how long that is to be in circle with the same bunch of criminals then doing the same thing. They're just in criminality. And everybody in the country sitting. Can you imagine? You talk to somebody, they say, oh, and we just wait for another 6 years. We just wait for the. Are you really serious? So you're just donating years? You're donating. Why do people are bettering themselves, enriching themselves? You're donating years? We'll talk about it today. We'll discuss it. Imagine Melbourne. If you take a year from Melbourne age.
I'd like to see you wearing the kind of a battle of the 19.
So in Central here, Melini will like a battle of nothing. Let me tell you something.
I know that they can't tell you that myself. I can go wear the same color of this.
Amen. Leave me.
Where am I from? Sorry, go ahead. What are you talking about?
Essential things.
Yeah. 12 years from my age.
You just imagine Melbourne. Today the topic, if the Liberian people are willing and ready to go for another 6 years of corruption, stealing, and setbacks. Imagine, take out 12 years from your age. Take out 12 years.
You want to act or you want to take which one?
Wait. First, let's take out 12 years from your age. 12 years of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Boakai.
So just 18 years.
No. Let's subtract it first.
Okay, what do bit by bit?
Yeah, you take out that 12 years from your age. Then Melbourne, take out another 6 years of Georgia and CDC corruption.
Wasted years.
Then you take out another 6 years again of Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun, corruption and stealing. That altogether are 24 years. Can you imagine you waste 24 years of your life on earth? Then you might as well be in prison. Then you just will be in prison for 24 years.
Simple. Because what the essence of you even living free life? We can say freedom is better. Even I agree though, but my brother just nailed it. 12 years. Some of us will come here with 12 years. Maybe not like. Good question. But anyway, good evening. Have everything before we go into the topic. How you doing?
Everything going super. Today we'll be talking about, we'll be focusing on if the Liberian people are willing and ready to sit around for another 6 years of setback and corruption. Because that's exactly where your life is going to be. That means Melbourne, when Joseph Boakai leaving office, your daughter will be probably 7 years old.
Oh, yes.
That means she either in first grade, if we look at it, or she in second grade. Can you imagine that? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. But we'll be looking at other things, we'll be looking at other schools of things and so forth. Asking these good questions and intelligent questions. What other guy wrote that we should come and overthrow the government? My brother, the wind that can disgrace the chicken can come from behind. So carry that parable and think about it. The wind that can disgrace the chicken, it can come from behind. Yeah. So I don't. We saw that we hear those things frisking and doing Dota. Certain people thought that they were immune to anything. We heard those things frisking and we heard it. We not hear it before that. Some of your small children in your chest coming on in life. You're not seeing life. You got the boat running around on your calling car, so you can't read fully in public. You not see life. You not see life. We saw the thing fully then. We saw it. We saw when charger that then told charger that then was like God. Nobody couldn't stay in front of them. We saw our charger all of that ring that day. I want to go all of them to hang off it. We saw it. My picking, go look for something else to do. Go look for something else to do. Yeah? Go do something else with your life. We're not talking about small children. Go collect your phone car. That's what you're living on. That's what you're surviving on. We're discussing serious issue here. Anyway, let's get to the issue.
Yeah, let's get to the issue. Forget about Mohammed Diallo. And so to all of you, in fact, today is Saturday. Maybe on yesterday you forget to chip in. Please chip in because Steve, I gotta go to church. Tomorrow is first Sunday, and we the incoming and Patterson Deacon, we're gonna be first in line. Please, even though you understand, I apologize. Look, Steve, So, Steve, I know that we're going to politics, but there's the news that maybe that you want to pass through quick before because you by this time sometimes we'll come up with some social news and so forth. But on the social, maybe you want to tell us about some international news. But I know with the news,
my man, the international news from what I hear, men are going and apologizing now.
The whole thing that my
like a fool, men are going and apologizing at the position you're. What happened from Nigeria? Where you what happened?
Adebayo or Adebayo. What kind of Nigerian here? That from the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
There is another crook. There is another crook from Nigeria. Sometimes when we say the thing, people think we are against the church. But Melbourne, the guy they call Dele Oyedepo. What a Labrador put there, someone they worshiping. They can call him Papa, whatever it is. That man is a serious strategic business. That older Papa, I think he's 70 years old now. He's a serious strategic businessman who position people and brainwash most of them. They make out a big university in Nigeria, big, running a serious business. The man only using his ideas. The man only using his ideas to position them. And that other Papa from the church that can apologize, say he's sorry in that scriptural. When you not pay time, you not.
Well, I mean, the people they can read the Bible that way can be saying, Steve.
Okay, I told you said
that it's not scriptural.
Yeah. The Christian people tell me any day,
My man, I'll ever get time.
They will force me, they will fight me. But guess what? When they go in front of the true account, those people there who the pastor can read Bible for you, you will not get lecture. No, we're not get lecture. Melbourne, we not get lecture to the point where I know that you are slave. Most of those people who serving God in Labrador, they are slave. That poverty making them to serve God. That poverty, I'm saying it to you. That poverty. So guess what? They come with that same mentality from the church. They bring it into politics. Imagine somebody look at me and tell me, say, God sent Donald Trump. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Donald Trump, a certified bona fide liar. You say God saying then that God has sent Donald Trump, that God is a liar. That God is a joke. I say, you see it? So when we're saying some of the people can get very with us. But the thing we can be saying, we're not saying it because we hate church or we hate God business, we hate men of God. What we are saying is the truth. Let me tell you something.
The manipulations are just too much. And we got to speak out. Let me be frank with some of you, no matter what you say, and any way that you want to describe some of us, well, that's your own thinking. Or I will tell you for sure that the scripture or the Bible that we read, some of us, it tell us to do what we're doing. You can get angry. Look, Steve, quickly before you come on, John 3:16 is an easier way for some of you who can read the Bible. John 3:16. How come the men of God is telling us that if you don't pay tithe, you're not going to heaven? He said that you want us to come and agree and say, oh, yes, no. Because Steve, there were this man also that Jesus Christ interacted with, now having money. And Jesus Christ asked him, or in fact, the man asked Jesus Christ, what can I do to be saved? And Jesus Christ listed so many things. The man said, yes, I have done all of these things. And Jesus Christ admitted and said, yes, but one thing that I want you to do is sell all your properties and follow me. The man refused. So how come you say you come to work for God to win souls? Do you know even how Christian, in fact, the entire Christian thing, do you know how he even entered Italy? A true apostle Paul and that of Peter. You don't know. People just after wealth. And he said, my brother, because of poverty today, in Africa, want to play magic to get rich. So these people, they just come and just bring what everything he's saying, amen. Everything somebody say, he say, amen. You don't even know what he's saying, amen to.
Look, Melbourne, let me tell you something. Let me say this to the Liberian people today. If you really, really want to understand the religion you follow, the Christianity that you're killing yourself behind defending. First of all, if you are in a habit of defending God and Christianity, I'm sorry to say that you are a disgrace to Christianity, to yourself, to your family. If you are your partner behind you, take your partner from behind you. You're disgracing your partner. If that your husband name behind you, take your husband name from behind you, disgracing that husband. In fact, I will even encourage your husband to leave you. I will. You can't defend anything that older than you anyways. Do you even understand what you are in? Your whole Bible was originally written in Hebrew, wherein the original meaning of everything you are doing is not even equated to what you are practicing in your country or what you believe in. You got no clue. And you passing around cluelessly and tell me, say, God will do that to me because I expose the truth. You're not ready yet. You are not ready, my brother and my sisters. You're not ready. You to tell you, I know that you are slave because when I tell you your ungu, you get there with me.
But Steve, just one example.
You get there with me.
But Steve, one example. God and David, they were not close.
And David came. And David came to tell that woman from them. David came Uriah to tell that woman from them.
But guess what? But God used someone to come and tell David what he was doing was wrong. But you can't be, when people say these things, people get angry as ever. Look, my people, Africa, especially Africans.
I know Adebayo or what any, and I pastor me, I know Adebayo or whatever they want to redeem.
Adebayo from the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Why he told the poor a few days? Why he told the poor a few days? Why he told the people? Why he told the whole world?
Long time, the man said that if you don't pay tithe,
you're not going to heaven.
Yes. Now, Dr. Abel Damina came on and said it's a lie. It's just a lie. Paying tithe, not paying tithe won't stop you from, because you are telling us that I have to brag God before I go to heaven. So okay, send that as a case, Steve. Now what the essence of me wasting my time to be going to church? And maybe I can just go straight, I just get my time, I move on that. Same, it's just all about bragging God to go to heaven. So that the Abel Damini came out and said it's a lie. They came out, they started to insult him. They say, oh, the men want to divide the Christian, the men want to do this. Now, coming on now, because the truth, no matter how you try hard to hide the truth, it's difficult. So he had to now confess and tell the people that, oh, what I said, it was not scriptural. But then guess what now, Steve? In fact, even modify what he said. He said, okay, sometimes the case, even 10% is just for beginner the use Steve. So that, for example, I may bonus will be paying 20%, 30%, up to 40%.
So you won't be deacon, how much you pay?
That means for me, maybe I'll be paying between 20 to 30%. Because 10% for beginner, according to him. 10% for beginner. What kind of thing is this?
Let me tell you something, newborn. Let me tell you something today. You see, like you said earlier, the whole thing started from the Roman Empire. The whole thing started from the Roman Empire. And one of the major goals of the Roman Empire at the time was to rule and conquer people. America left, the place we call America now, the Americans, they left Europe, they left England and other places. They came to America. You know who they met here? They met the Indians. They met Native Americans here. They met them, the Indians. They came, they fought the people and drove them and took their land. Because they too ran away from oppression. The same thing happened to Liberia. The free slaves or the slaves left from America, they came to Liberia, they met our forefathers on the land. Because they were slaves here, they decided to treat our people then back there like slaves. So the whole thing has been about control, how they can control in a street world, we say position. The whole religion thing is about control and position. It's a psychological thing. It's a thing where they manipulate and control you and use certain words in the scripture to manipulate and control you. So that to the point that even from a political standpoint, let me give you an example. France broke off from the Romans as well. Portugal, they broke off from the Romans. Belgium, all of these European countries, they left from the Roman Empire. They went to find themselves. When they found themselves, they say, you know what happened? We got to find people too that we can be able to control, because what we learned from over there, it was all about control. It was all about conquer and divide. So that we find people. Guess what they did? How they went to Africa, they did that scramble of Africa. And then guess what they did when they did the scramble of Africa? They brought the Bible. They brought the Bible. And before they could bring the Bible, it was a gay man who wrote the Bible. You Christian, you are against homosexuality. But you carry gay man book. And as old things seriously. You ain't ready in that country. So let me say this to everybody. Let me say this to those who are listening. And those of you who are listening. Your God that you think you are serving, your God that you're killing yourself or that you're running behind, the God that made you to be slave to your friend man, the God that made you to make other people go big, pay other people rent, so they can build schools and suffer you later on.
People are even buying planes. My brother,
God that made you to buy plane, that God that made you to stand up, in fact, especially your friend man, you stand up and go kneel down in front of your friend man. The same thing when you get in your church and that man getting it, you go kneel down in front of him. That God is a foolish God. I say it today. Go tell that God, say I say it. You're not ready.
So that means to join out the way you just said, Steve. That means that particular, if I tells you that instead of us now passing through Jesus Christ now to go to heaven, we got to pass through the pastors.
We pass.
Because but see them, see the kind of life, see the way some of them they are even carrying themselves there. People should worship them, practically worship them. But
that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you, that where the slavery mentality and the control start from. Because imagine, I saw some kind of video of that other one called, I know, Yes Daddy. I saw a video of the Yes Daddy man. People standing in line. They got to stand up. He came and walked through all of them. Look, I've even heard stories of women align themselves for the pastor to sleep with them, quote unquote, and the only way they will get pregnant. And the man is anointed. You're crazy in our country. I say it. You're not ready in our country. You're used to slavery. You're used to slavery. You're used to people who abuse you. That's what you're used to. This is the lifestyle you guys are accustomed to. This is what you guys are used to. Check your phone, Felicia, and on the show.
Yes, indeed, because we're getting Steve loud, live and loud. So again, my brother, so quickly before I leave, maybe
So how are you paying tomorrow
yeah.
in time offering Melbourne? How are you paying in time?
Well, according to I don't know Adibayo or what kind of bio, he said we got to upgrade. That means there's then.
So that means all the amount you've been paying, the 10% you've been paying, that means you owe the church a lot.
The life is interesting. And let me tell you, Steve, something serious that is happening. Even in that Nigeria, I know some of them maybe they're following us and they're watching the video. The coming of Dr. Abel Damina is causing serious problem for some of them. And let me be frank, whether you like it or not, time will come in year from now on that some of you who are into 100 trust national gospels, you will stop.
My
You're
man,
using the gospel to get rich.
my man, leader Nigerian people, you see that the problem there with you. And the problem with you, who the gospel put in Labrador. You're not talking about in Labrador. No, let's focus on the point who in Labrador, the place you living. How much you paying tomorrow? Because the man says you should be paying 20%. Why you been paying 10%?
No, I'm not saying that Nigerian. I'm saying the men.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Be Abel. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Why you been paying 10%? You been stealing from God.
No. The problem is that I told you that I'm waiting for you.
My man,
you don't get me the church tomorrow. So all of this is so.
You been stealing from God, man. You been robbing God. Like you're talking about in the scripture. You been robbing.
So people been robbing God. Or else tomorrow I'm not going to church. The only Steve at the because I gotta pay. I gotta upgrade.
You been robbing God.
No, Steve, reading of the Bible is sweet.
You should be paying 10%. You been robbing God. Wow, I can't believe.
John 3:16, people, some of you who are listening to me, John 3:16 make everything easy. Not if I hear. And I'm going to hear just John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Whosoever believe, then I say some people who come in, some people who go out, some people who no. So don't brag God before you go to heaven. John 3:16 make everything easy. Thank you, my brother. Maybe you have another. Steve, in the Western world, the entire world now, I don't know how it's here though, but it's like it's going to cause so many problems. I don't know from around the world.
Well, Milmon, when you know the chair put, yeah, I understand that you try to.
All right, go ahead. Anyway, go ahead. Because
you think it's smart?
My brother, yeah.
You think it's smart? You want to run away from the conversation?
No, for me, my brother, you know, when we are suffering this thing, or if who are suffering these things, I feel sorry for some of our young women who have all the best opportunity to have their men, and they refuse. Some of them is scorning their own opportunities. Today, they are the ones that have been used in most of the churches. They are the ones that up and down. After they're looking for what I don't even know. People want travel. People want this. People everybody. You don't want. So it's like the Bible said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and any other thing you want will be added to you." But right now, everybody going to God with a problem. So it's like you're not going to serve God until you don't know. So even before you even enter into the church house, God already know that you're going there with problem instead of you going there to go serve Him. So that's the kind of life we live. In Africa, we see poverty. Instead of us fighting poverty, we see poverty as a spiritual things. We see poverty like witchcraft. Every day that witchcraft, people wishing our life. People don't like us. People hate us. We sit down in poverty, mosquitoes, deaths. Every day, rainfall.
First of all, I don't think. I know you say you're waiting for me. I don't think the current church or political figures in Liberia will allow some of us to even open anything to enlighten our people there. Because for some of us, we don't sugarcoat. We ain't got no time for that thing. We're not in your society and we're not going to join your society then. And so we'll be so blunt, straightforward, and direct to the point that it will revolutionize in a rightful way the country. Because this brainwashing thing y'all get going on with our people, we're enlightening our people. And on SKTV, like Mongan always say, that's where we talk the real tough talking, the real conversations that other people then refuse to have. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. I don't intellectualize the truth because the truth is the truth. No, I don't intellectualize the truth. No, I don't. I ain't got no time for that. I don't have no time to intellectualize the truth or to be around the bush and you got to talk it away. You got to be politically correct. You got to say it away because you want to appease to someone or because you want to make somebody feel good or yes, somebody saying, well, but in our culture, we can talk. Let me tell you something about your culture. Your culture is distorted. Your culture has been exploited. Your culture has been undermined. The so-called culture you're getting, like brother, the people have used it. The people have used it to use you guys, abuse you guys, and eat your future, your culture. So I don't pay attention to that foolishness. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Well, on the canopy of culture, you can't hold older people accountable. You can't say an older man is a criminal or is a rule. Even when the evidence are there, or the evidences exist that person is a crook, a liar, or a criminal. No, you can't say it because culturally, you can't say it. Let me tell you something. Carry your culture in your house. Let your culture be in your head, in your brain. Let it be in your body. Enough for all of us. Enough for all of us. That foolishness you got going on in that country you call culture, it does not work for all of us. It does not work for all of us. No, it doesn't. And I will keep saying this to every one of you who watch the show. Whether you like the way I present the information, you not like the way I present the information. I could care less. Because it's not about what you like or what you don't like. No, it's not about that. What it's about is the truth and saying the truth. And the truth is the country is engulfed with a bunch of crooks, criminals, and dubious people of all ages, all genders. And that is the truth of the matter. And some of them are in the churches, some of them are in the mosque.
So Matthew 5:16, he said, let your light so shine, right? So most of them, their light is dim.
Well, but you had a light. Where the light?
And when you talk, they get angry. All of the light are all dim together. What make us suffering?
No,
because you guys talking about light too much. I just keep on. I got plenty of light behind me now.
Yeah, because but that's the fact. All of their lights are
because we the one invented the real light that in the house of the Senate now. But if I'm not gonna lie now. I don't know a Chinese light now.
The light go off.
I don't know a Japanese light or the Jaco lantern, whatever it is. I don't even know.
That fake lying, deceptive light, criminal crooked light.
No, it can't be American light soon.
Where? No, let me tell you something. Let me say this to the Liberian pool. Let me say this to Senator Dillon because you're watching the show. Oh, yeah. The last time I saw Jefferson Koji, I saw what a guy named Nathaniel McGill. I saw all of them in America. They were having meetings. In fact, they were meeting city mayors. Jefferson Koji met with city mayors and other people. When he went by bro, what happened? In the section, you really think America got time for that thing? You think because they allow you to come to America on UN visa something where they have denied you for administrative reason over there and you bounce around to Minnesota, you go to other place. So that means you're free. You really get this. Go drink water and sit down. You think that I like Brentford team what they put in and do in the country? You ready? Go out Jefferson Koji.
You don't think that will be sanctioned because they don't then they ready to say the right to work now. They were joking first.
Okay.
No more the best thing. Can you imagine?
Okay.
No more the best.
Okay. It not any problem. It not any problem. And we right here. But anyway, Mr. Cannon, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just got in this morning. You know that.
Yeah. We already know what time it is.
Yeah. So, one of the reasons why I came on today, Monk told me he was very disappointed. And maybe I say the same thing too. When I'm not on, people they don't contribute. Now it's been a long time they don't. Only very few people doing it. But we promise our people that regardless, we will come on. But it's very important that we contribute. So yesterday it was one person that donated $25 on the cash app. One person. So we need to hear from other people. Like Mo will always say, if we can do it on Friday, we can do it on a Saturday. So we want to encourage everybody. The good news, the old Zelle number that was not working, that one is working too.
Okay.
So the Zelle number that you've been using all the time, that Zelle number is working now. So no more excuse. The only number that has changed is the cash app number. But all the Zelle number that you get for SKTV, the Zelle is working. Okay, Monse is coming. Monse, you're not coming on the poster. Oh, Monse, you're not coming again on the poster meeting.
I'm not coming back until we start meeting our weekly. Yeah, Mo, you're right. But Mo, you can leave me in the struggle now.
Mo, please don't. Please don't protest.
Mo, when you do that, no, Mo, we got a Saturdays in committee room. Yeah, please. Because when you do.
Yeah, Steve, I'm okay. I'm doing great. Good to be here.
Thank you.
Hopefully our people will come through today.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Milburn, quickly, can you trail us through what's going on in the country and where we are before we get into today's conversation?
Well, so again, as usual, nothing much apart from some of the latest throughout the week and some of the news that have been going on throughout the week. Some of the news coming from Western Cluster, rather in Bombing County, and we are getting report.
Somebody says cash up number. I send that number. It's on there. When you look at there, once we come on, you can automatically show. Maybe, excuse me, okay? Somebody asking about cash up number.
So I just pin it. Maybe
the number can just pin automatically with you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes some people, because of the messages.
Clearly, somebody said it's been an issue. Oh no, hold on. Let me see. Let me do it again.
Yeah, check that out. In fact, if that you the one that's stopping all of the then we'll bring you straight to committee room.
Me?
Yeah, so you got
I already got it. That one I made it automatic. So that if you are not here, automatically the number can appear.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So Steve, the government of Liberia gave Western Cluster Limited two weeks ultimatum to respond to the concern of the 15 counts position coming from the citizen there in Bombing County. So mind you that they had a meeting on yesterday, according to the information I was getting, and the meeting was fruitful. But again, the citizens are still waiting after the 2 weeks as to what's going to be done, as to whether maybe Western Cluster are going to work along what they want. If not, maybe then they're going to protest or not. So again, we are still waiting. And additionally, also the government also made it mandatory for Western Cluster Limited to resume full responsibility in the rehabilitation of the road during these periods. I mean, during the dry season, but they also gave the green light to also operate along the road while they finalize to work on their railway. So again, so far, these are some of the news. Back home, any other news, even though we are waiting the arrival of our president and his entourage into the country anytime soon, because we are getting report that they will be here this weekend, if not maybe on Monday, by the grace of God. So nothing much, my brother. Everything else is going good. The weather condition is okay. The people, someone will say, maybe not say it's good, but we are good. As long as we are in peace, we are living peacefully, that means we are okay. But when it comes to struggle about life, we are not too good. And also, let me just make this, that the Ministry of Commerce alongside LPRC has dropped the price of petroleum or gasoline. So gasoline now is $7.75 at the pump, but we are waiting for the transport fare or as to how things going to run, the prices of basic commodities and so forth. So we are waiting maybe for now to Monday why the Ministry of Transport, what they're going to stand or what they're going to tell us. But as far we are concerned, transport fares stay the same. People are still paying the same fare, even though the gasoline price dropped from $840 to $775 Liberian dollars.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the update, Melbourne. Mr. Kane, from an international standpoint, what caught your attention? What's been going on?
Well, the international issue right now that I have, on my mind is Israel, the escalation in Israel, and let's say in the Middle East as a whole, and hopefully Joseph Biden will get his act together, the president of the United States. Whatever the case is, United States, especially Joe Biden government, has been a failure when it comes to the Middle East, because all they have been fighting for is some sort of a resolution, peaceful resolution, whether it's about the people that were wrongfully taken by Hamas, whether it's about the peace process between Hamas and the Israeli, whether it's about having some peace between Hezbollah and Israel. Netanyahu just, cut loose. People can be in meetings, people can be in conferences, people can be in about having peace. I think Netanyahu is working for Donald Trump, because the more the fighting continues in the Middle East or elsewhere, saying that the war is on fire, that to the advantage of, Donald Trump, making it to look like the Democrats that are in power right now, so they're not able to maintain peace in the world. Donald Trump would say, if I was in the presidency, if I was president, all the things are going on, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's Israel, whether it's Hezbollah, Hamas, whatsoever, Iran, all the things will not happen. He's using that as a bargaining chips for the election. And I think Netanyahu, we saw that during Obama time. He can be very arrogant and ruthless when the Democrats are in power. And he loves Donald Trump. Donald Trump is his friend, his buddy. So I think Netanyahu trying to make the war, unsafe, so that some of the Donald Trump supporters can be motivated, and other people can say, maybe Donald Trump can solve the problem. But the only thing that concerns me right now, internationally, beyond that, we learned that Joseph Boakai, again, like I said, he promised the people again that when you go back, they're going to put their act together. And he promised that when you go back, he's going to put some strength in himself when it comes to the War Economic Crimes Court. And like I told you last time again, they are talking about how they're going to reinstate some people within the LDEA. And that is also, Joseph has been hinted about the United States being aware of the proliferation of drugs and potential money laundering in Liberia. Similar problem that the government, the US have with George Weah. So there are a lot of things going on, Steve. Just to, pick a few. Let's pray for the best. So it's not easy.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Kane. Folks, let's share the show. We have this conversation on him today. Mr. Kane, what has been catching my attention from an international standpoint, like I said earlier, one of the pastors of Nigeria finally apologized that the whole entire thing, what they can be talking is when you pay that, you go to heaven. You say that scam a lot. He's sorry. But he get a money bow. Yeah, one big pastor in Nigeria and they buy one other crook paper. One crook.
You see, apologize to now.
He apologized to the whole world that because he said, you know, he used to say, he used to preach to the poor and say, when you pay tithe, you not go heaven. So he said, change your man, God and change your man. Pay tithe to him, to the church, to his church. Oh, he get check. Oh.
And people get money?
Yeah, he's not getting money, but he get the money back. But he said, the thing he said, not in the Bible, he's sorry. When you pay tithe, you can still go to heaven. So,
why you sorry for? You sorry that I've already ate the money.
No, God change your man. God change your man.
But people know that the guy was not saying the truth.
Who say people not know? People
know. So
people don't know. Guess what? They used to pay tithe. In fact, they told Melbourne now that he said the tithe.
He said the same man. Good.
The 10% Melbourne can be paying. Melbourne who won't be Melbourne need to increase it to 20. So that means when you
40%.
Well, let's talk about something good.
No, that's something. No. This is something good. This is something very interesting and serious.
But when I finish with the pastor thing, I'll come back.
No. You can stay here. You don't have to contribute to it. I think that's on my mind.
Yeah, but I mean, we have had enough now. Almost going to the first 1 hour now.
No, but the thing that on my mind, we're just brainstorming on it. I think that on my mind, in the real thing that on our mind, and I want to think that on my mind because in my relation. So I'm calling on this open media for Pastor Adebayo to please pay the people money back, all the offering what he took before. He might pay back. And encouraging the people from Nigeria, from that particular church, from the Redeemed, to protest against the church. To go to church tomorrow and protest in the church. So that's the first thing that on my mind. The second thing that on my mind is the tightening of the race in America. It is interesting how, with everything that's going on, the race is still tight to some extent, even though the momentum seemed to be on the Democrat side. But I remember one time you said here that you were very concerned about it. Lately, I've been following very closely the politics in the United States. The race is tightening. But in the same vein, Kamala Harris seemed to be getting a lot of endorsements from key Republican figures, especially those conservative Republicans who, like for example, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney been around for a very long time. You know, some serious-minded Republican people who are seeing the truth and what they need to do to save the party from the hands of Donald Trump and his group of people. So we're following closely the election in the United States as well. But it also amazes me how the Ukraine war is not being talked about too much. But the Middle East has overshadowed it. For me, it looks more like a political game or something now that we're in the election time. People are trying to push certain, so that certain things can win or tilt certain things in certain favor. So it's very interesting. And then the last thing that on my mind from an international standpoint is, with all the rain and the disaster in Liberia and people are complaining, floods all over the place, people who are being destroyed, other things like that. President Joseph Yuma Boakai, Senator Dillon Yombly, even the Speaker of the House, the three immediate leaders of the country, they're out here in America, they're gallivanting. Because they ain't coming back to Liberia or nothing. They're passing around, just gallivanting in the name of they're having meetings. Well, the thing that confuses me about that is, few months ago, you were just in China, though. You were just turning Liberia foreign policy to China. So I'm trying to make it to make sense now, while out of a setting, you want to change the course again to go to America. What is going on? So these are things that caught my attention, and I'm very concerned about. Like you said the other time, the Joseph Yuma government is the Joseph Boakai government is very unstable, and these are very unstable behavior that's being demonstrated by this government. Stay still. You won't be with America, be with America. You won't be with China, be with China. You can't just be bouncing all around the place. So I'm confused about all of those. But let's get into the conversation of today, Mr. Kane. And here's my question to you. Do you think the Liberian people are ready? I will start with Melbourne first. Do you think the Liberian people are ready for another 6 years of setback and corruptions? Melbourne, what say you?
Well, so again, let me say to Sekou, welcome and thank you so much for being with us. So, my brother, to that question, again, I will tell you that this is some of the reason sometimes I don't really want to sometimes blame the voters, because I think the system, it is the problem. And the people, even though they have all of the full right to change the system if they want, but again, someone will say they decide to live with it, and they are living with it with grief, they are living with it with frustration, they are living with it with poverty, they are living with it with tears, they are living with it with all sort of things where people are dying every now and then just because of little of nothing. Somebody need $5,000 to go to the hospital, they don't have money, and they will either get sick, the sickness will get worse, and the person will die. So to that question, yes, they are winning because now what they voted for. Liberians voted for this 6 years, and they will go through it. Let me be frank. The only thing is, we the media, we are the ones that do all of the talking. Why they feeding all of the pain? They're going through all of these things. Some of them, they are crying day and night. Nothing to do. No job. Nothing. Years are going. People ages are adding up. Frustration are killing people. So, my brother, for this 6 years, I will tell you for free, until Liberians stand up, like you said, until Liberians stand up and say, yes, we are tired with all of these things, with the way the politicians been treating us from 2006 up to now. I think it is enough. This is what we want, and they can stand up and go to both Capitol building and that of the executive mansion. Even if it costs them 1 week to sleep there and make sure that what they want their leaders do. Because you can't have few hand of people. Few hand. You have close to 5 million people in the country, and you have less than 100 of people struggling, in fact, making everybody to live in poverty. It's terrible. It's bad. But again, it is the system. So Liberia can't do anything. Like maybe somebody will say, sometimes the people got to protest. Yes, they are protesting. Here, we saw so many, even the most famous protest, the Jerusalem protest. That even so many protests today that remove former president we are from power. Again, we are into the same thing. Liberians are crying again after voting for change, according to them. They felt that Joseph Boca had all of the experience, everything, but because the system protects only a few hand of people. Closer before I turn over to you today, look at the judicial system. Look in the prison compound. What kind of hardcore name you can really hear in prison beside the poor people? Only the poor people. One of the names that were in prison a few times has been released from prison. Okay. So, my brother, Liberia will live with this kind of frustration for the next 6 years because it is the system, and because some of them say, oh, I choose peace, because we don't have security. They play my life, my leg, Kobo are selling, my leg, what I'm selling. I think as long as I get peace, like what we're talking about the Middle East. Who want to be refugee right now? Nobody want to be refugee because most of the people, they don't care. They have their wife, they have their children, they have their family. Most of them, they're already out. Thank you.
So Steve, before we dive into the Liberian issue, somebody share with us something about the United States and Donald Trump. Something that has to do with the mindset, the plan, and the ongoing trend of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's what they've been doing. So there was an interview on the Money Joke, the MSNBC. They interview Dr. Susan Rice, the former United States ambassador to UN, you will be amused to hear some of the things that he said, especially as an African or as an immigrant. It's important that we share with our people. If you guys don't mind, it's very, very, very breathtaking, if you really, really listen to it. You would think again, as an African or as a Black or as a person of color, to even think of supporting Donald Trump. If you really love yourself, whether you are in America or anywhere, for any African or Black person or people of color to support Donald Trump, you have a second thought. Let me play it so you can listen to it, Steve. Let me play it so everybody can listen to it.
In the Obama administration, it is great. Former UN ambassador in the Obama administration, it is great to have you on the show this morning. We appreciate your coming on. I'd love to hear your comments on what Trump plans to do in Springfield and across the board when it comes to denaturalization processes and mass deportations.
Morning, Mika. Morning, Joe. It's great to be with you both. This is really quite terrifying. We've heard for many, many months about his plans for mass deportations of undocumented persons here in the United States. That would be hugely violent and disruptive, separating families, causing millions to be expelled through the use of force. But what he's saying now is something quite different and even more scary. What he is saying is, you recall last week, Donald Trump went out and said that he was going to expel the Haitians in this country, starting in Springfield, who are here in this country legally working with authorization, and send them to Venezuela, of all places. He has said very clearly that he is going to deport immigrants who are here legally. But he said something else that's even more outrageous, and that is what is reflected in Stephen Miller's social media post, and that is that he will expel and denaturalize American citizens who were not born here. Mika and Joe, there are over 25 million American citizens who are naturalized, who are law-abiding, who are taxpayers, who have families in this country. They are fathers, they are mothers, they are children. They are our neighbors. They are American citizens. And back in the Trump administration, they set up an office in the Justice Department to denaturalize American citizens, and not just those that were convicted of crimes. Those are already subject to denaturalization if they've done some very violent crime or obtain their citizenship unlawfully. We're talking about a massive increase in the number of people that they try to ship out of the country on false pretenses because perhaps they don't like the countries from which they came. Can you imagine what that means for the fabric of this country when American citizens who are here lawfully, who are living their lives with their families, can one day wake up and find themselves denaturalized and deported? And now that the Supreme Court has said that the president of the United States, Donald Trump, if God forbid it were to be him again, can do whatever he wants in the office of the presidency with immunity, this is a recipe for mass expulsions of American citizens.
Ambassador Rice, good morning. We should underline the message you just highlighted, which was less than a year ago from Stephen Miller, not some random guy, not a random podcaster. This is a guy who creates immigration policy famously, infamously for Donald Trump when he was president, and would again in a new Trump administration, saying again, we started a new denaturalization project under Trump in 2025, expected to be turbocharged. And as you say, we're talking about people here legally. In the case of these Haitian immigrants, they are here legally. So they have moved from talking about rounding up illegal immigrants, people here illegally, and expelling them from the country, to expelling people who live here legally. And I'm curious what you make of Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, who represents the very town and the people in it he's attacking, putting these people at risk and standing by while the guy he's running with says he would pull them out of the country.
Well, I want to just underscore, Willie, people who are here legally, yes, but also now American citizens. American citizens, not just people who are here on work permits, but all of this is outside of the bounds of the law and absolutely reprehensible. And then you have Senator J.D. Vance, the senator from Ohio, who has no reticence to literally sick, violent actors, people who want to commit harm on his own constituencies, having students unable to go to elementary school, having local colleges have to shut down, having hospitals face bomb threats and have to evacuate. These are his constituents. If he's ready and willing to do that to the people of Ohio, to whom he's accountable, think about what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance will do to the American people. They are clearly signaling every day in every way that they have no intention of serving the American people and governing on behalf of all of us. But they are willing to divide, use fear, sick violence on populations that they don't like.
So we took it out. The reason why we play this is that is because of the importance of this particular statement, this particular interview. You know, people don't understand. Being a citizen of the United States, you have different categories of being a citizen. People who are born here, those are citizens of the United States. Those that came here and naturalized, they are also citizens. The only right that you don't have if you are not born here is to be president. But you can be anything as long as you obtain the citizenship legally. Now they're saying Donald Trump, the guy named that they call Stephen Miller, we all know him. He's been a very racist guy. He was the one in the front and center of Donald Trump immigration policy written. That's when they stopped all legal immigration processes coming to America. That's when all the processes that you used to have here to bring your fiancé and all the other opponents, they stop it. That's when they even stop the DV. So now they are going extra mile now. Donald Trump's entire campaign is about immigrant. Even if Donald Trump is going to win anything, it's going to be because of his stance against the immigrant. Because he reaches followers, they say that only Donald Trump can do their work. Donald Trump now only threatening now to deport people who are here illegally, but people who are here legally, as long as you are not a white person or a natural born American, you can do everything. Whether you're supporting Donald Trump or if you want anybody, you just wake up one day, you see that you have been denaturalized. Donald Trump can choose to do anything he wants to do because the United States Supreme Court has given him a clean slip. He can do whatever he wants to do. As long as you're doing it as president, you'll go free. We just wanted to highlight, in fact, the platform that we created, talking about immigrant for Kamala Harris. I'm going to be doing a show on it very soon. Everybody will be invited to be a part of it. And we're going to be discussing only American politics. American politics only. I don't care who you support. But you think about this, think for yourself, you think about your future, you think about your children. Imagine somebody not only threatening or not targeting only those that are here illegally, but those that are here legally and obtain a citizenship legally. You just wake up one day, you have been denaturalized and sit in another country. Why would you even think of supporting such a person if you really love yourself? I don't want to make sure I play this while our people are here and listening. We're going to play it on that show, on the platform that we call Immigrant for Kamala Harris. Steve, I don't want to add this. It's very, very important. It's very, very much, concerning. If you don't know, those that were talking, that lady that was talking, and those people that were asking, those are American. They are not just any American. They are people, decision maker. They're not just somebody who street person going stand somewhere lying about or saying anything politically against Donald Trump. But the woman who was talking, Susan Rice, she's not a small person. She was United States ambassador to UN under Obama administration. If they can be concerned, you and I should be concerned. Steve, back to you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. I think it's important to highlight some of these things, but like you said, we're having another platform here. But let's go back to the Liberian politics. Do you believe that the Liberian people are ready for another 6 years? They're ready and willing for another 6 years of setback and corruption, because it seems to be what we are headed into 10 months into this presidency. Zakana, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you get my question?
Yeah, I do. Because I wanted to get your reaction about what you were saying, about this whole thing. But we'll talk about it again. So the question about whether Liberian people are ready to go through another 6 years of corruption and setback, I think they are willing. I think they sign up for that, and I thought they don't have problem with it. And sitting here, I believe Liberians in the diaspora are more concerned about the plight of Liberians in Liberia than themselves. So they are fine. They are accustomed to suffering, and they love it. To be honest with you, even those that don't support, that they didn't vote for Joseph Boakai, they're used to suffering and they like it. They don't even know, they don't even believe that they have the right to anything good. They believe those people that they voted, those people that they have been voting for every time, they own them. They feel that they are slave masters. They don't know that those people are answerable to them. They don't know that. They believe when you elect somebody, they own you. They decide your destiny. They decide what you eat tomorrow. They decide what your children's future will look like. So they don't even know that they have any right. That those people that are answerable to them, they don't know that. So, and they willfully voted for the person that they know has nothing to offer to Liberia. They did it when they elected George Weah. They did it when they elected Joseph Boakai. They know. Because they don't vote for issue. They don't vote for anything. So if you vote for nothing, you get nothing. That's how simple it is. You vote for something, you get something in return. They say Joseph Boakai don't have to give them anything. They don't have to tell them what you're going to do for Liberia and the Liberian people. All they wanted, they just voted for somebody that they feel will make other people angry, will make other people upset. Let me vote for Melbourne so it still can be angry. Let me vote for Joseph Boakai. So Felicia and Yasindi will be angry. Or Mohammed Keita, I'm just picking somebody's name here. Some of the good people here. They're not voting simply because, okay, let me vote that this person will change my life. This person will bring job. They will bring investment in the private sector. This person will make sure the country is respected again. They don't care about that. This person will make sure that Liberia is respected around the world. We can get money, more investor. The country can be safe again. The person get contact. They don't care about any of those things. You know what they can vote for? Because Steve is against Jowia and me, I don't like Steve. I will vote for Jowia no matter what. Whether Jowia can do something, he can't do anything, well, I don't care. I will vote for Joseph Boakai because the other party are supporting, somebody supporting Komis. Even though the Komis are Gume, I don't want to vote for Komis because people supporting Komis, or maybe Yasin supporting Komis, or maybe, Philip, Morris supporting Komis. So because of that, I will now vote for Komis, even if Komis can change my life, change my country. That's the mentality we have in Liberia. And with that kind of mindset, Steve, that country will remain corrupt, will remain going behind. That's why, look at our history. Every president that will come, we will say the other president before this one was better than this one. Look, the country was better under Charles Taylor in terms of money in the country. Chatla was one of the worst things that ever happened to Liberia. But yeah, like we said, Chatla was, if we are in Liberia right now, they say even Chatla comes back today, Chatla will win the election landslide. Chatla is one of the most popular politicians in Liberia. Why? I don't know, because we are accustomed to bad things. Ellen came, we say Chatla was better than Ellen. Jowia came, we say, wow, Ellen was even better than Jowia. Now, Joseph Parker is there. In less than a year, we are saying that, Jowia Town was even better. Who knows? Maybe the next person coming after Joe Parker will be better than that. So we are going behind. We're not going in front. It's not a setback. What you call a setback is that when you're going forward, then all of a sudden something happening that will take you back. That's a setback. But we never move forward. We're just going back the whole time. So I don't expect anything. And I believe Liberian people are getting what they deserve. They're getting what they wanted. They're getting what they asked for. Liberian, we are reflection. Our leaders are our reflection. If you voted for a stupid man to be your president, then you are a bunch of stupid people. If you voted for an intelligent person, that means you are intelligent. You saw something in that person, you voted for the person. If you vote for a corrupt-minded person, knowing that the person is corrupt, that means you are very much corrupt because you are accustomed to corruption. You love people who are corrupt so they can steal and share with you. But majority of Liberians, they don't care. They are accustomed to suffering. They don't have problem with you. You and I, we're the one that are mourning more than they bereave. We don't care. But they don't care. Next time, I can tell you right now, imagine how many times we have done opinion poll here. The two people that are going up there, after everything we say, oh, Liberian people suffering, setback, this one, that one. We are beating everybody landslide in the opinion poll. Everything Jowia is, everything Jowia did in terms of corruption, in terms of people dying mysteriously, in terms of depleting our corporate, the Federal Reserve, everything. Liberian people stay gravitated towards what we are. It means that they just don't know what they want. So let them enjoy what they get. And I think maybe the next one will be even work because Jowia come back now. Jowia will say whatever he missed, whatever he didn't get, he might want to get it. And don't be surprised. Jowia can be elected in the next election. Because that's Liberia right there. They don't know what they want. They don't vote for issue. They don't vote on anything good. They vote with their temper.
Okay, well, that's an interesting point you've made, folks. If you're just joining us, help us share the show. The question of the day is whether Liberian people are ready to for another 6 years of setback in corruption. Because if you can recall, everyone here, it's no secret that the Joseph Yuma Boakai administration started on corruption from day one. For example, up until now, we have not had the report from the inauguration. Before they could even take over, Great Speed, it is reported, and the government has not denied it. Reach out to NASCAR to give them money to buy vehicles. They were not even into office yet while CDC was still there. I mean, from one corruption to another, one noise, one allegation to another. But Mr. Kennedy, let me ask you this question because I think it's getting very interesting.
Yeah, because myself, I want to ask Mr. Kenneth, but go ahead.
Yeah, but maybe go ahead and Mr. Kennedy, your question, please. Then maybe I'll follow up.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Mr. Kenneth, I know for the past almost 18 years now, Liberians back home have been seen as people who maybe vote, quote unquote, vote for maybe for some of the maybe bad politicians or so forth. But then again, most of the politicians, especially when it comes to the presidency, they get our support from overseas. To be specific, they get it for the US. And when they go on that side, you people don't hold them accountable. You people sometimes, like, for example, the UNGA assembly that just passed, and I see any Liberian on that side like, okay, this country is for all of us, and the way you people are treating the country is not the right way. So we're going to stand here in solidarity with our people back home. Maybe if they are not able to stand up, we're going to stand up here to prove that indeed Liberia need better. And you people are our leader. You people have to do better. So we are standing here with placards or to prove that indeed we want the world to know that Liberia, nothing going on, and you people are heavily corrupt as leader. I don't see anything of such happening. So I don't know what's your take on that, because most of the time the blames will only be shifted only on the struggling people back home, and most of the support, even they won election, President Joseph Yuma Boakai got most of his support from overseas. So what's your take on that?
Thank you, Mabel. First of all, when we speak Liberian, we say Liberian in a general sense. We got a lot of bad people. They exist everywhere. They're in Liberia, and some are in the diaspora, including the United States. You know, there's a saying in Liberia that you can take the man from the bush, but you can't take bush from the man. If Liberians in Liberia, I was just telling you something right now. There are some Liberians, regardless of Donald Trump's stand on immigrant. Donald Trump campaign, the only leverage, the only two things that Donald Trump got to campaign on. Number one is immigration. A hate for immigrant. Number two, the economy. Guess what? They got some immigrants supporting him. Even though his campaign, his core message for his campaign for him to be re-elected, is to hate immigrant and then threatening to deport them, threatening to build a concentration camp. There are some Liberians who are also supporting Donald Trump. Look at that mindset. So it's not just in Liberia. We are different animals, Liberians, all of us. We are different people. Secondly, there are many Liberians who used to do that. It happened under George Weah. Yasini there, and a lot of people there, the Fadiga brother, all the other people, a lot of people, I saw them. They used to go, you know, to Washington, D.C., they used to go to New York, they used to go to places. But majority of them are doing it. They are not genuine. They are not honest. It's all politically driven activities. There's no genuine. Even that's why I was very open. I told everybody that I'm not going to be supporter of any war and economic crimes code while Joe Weah was in office. I said all the people that are doing it, they are not sincere about it. And not that they really love Liberia, not that they really want to see justice prevail in Liberia. The only reason they are doing it because they are doing it because they are not in power. To make Joe Weah unpopular, to make it look like Joe Weah does not want to, you know, doesn't want to, you know, to see justice. The same people who were proponents of war and economic crimes code, when Ellen was in power, when they came to power, they became the opponents. The same people who are now dragging their feet today about war and economic crimes code were the people who were crying, taking placards around the war and economic crimes code. People who were dragging their feet under Weah government, that war and economic crime code, you know, we are the same people, like Bago, are the people today fighting to see war and economic crime code. There's no genuine in majority of the people. So until we can love our country and be sincere to ourselves, be honest to ourselves, maybe we got a lot of work to do. One of the reasons why we're putting all the blame on the people of Liberia, on the ground, because they have something that all of us living in the diaspora we don't have, is the power to vote, the power to make decisions. You saw the level of support. You saw the level of support, for example, for Commis, as an example. When you say we want to pull a lot of, every time we had opinion polls, whether it's phone call, whether it's internet, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, anywhere, Commis beat everybody, hands down. So when you talk about diaspora support, diaspora show their support. Some of the people went into a life-saving neighbor. They spent on their own. They contributed to make sure that the people of Liberia can buy into the idea of Commis, because they believe that Commis has the answer for Liberia because of its background. Liberia problem is economic. Commis background is economic. So listen now. They guess what happened? The same people you talk about in Liberia there, they did not only lie, they did not only take the people's money from them. I'm talking about the politicians and their money with their own family people who called them and talked to them. They did not only take their money, they did not, and then they went, they did something different. So the people in the country, they are so deceitful. They don't know what they want. They don't like themselves. But yet, they want to share the blame of their own behavior with other people who are not in the country. The Liberians in the diaspora, they want to see Liberia. That's why we the one that talk every day to see a better Liberia. But if the level of concern and talking and fighting that Liberian can do here in the diaspora, for Liberian people, if we're going to see that amount of fight in Liberia, politicians will not behave the way they're behaving, but they care less about us because they feel that we're not on the ground, we don't have voting right, and we are not, our number is not enough to change a lot. People who are voting, who get the right to vote, are the ones that they have tried to brainwash. So no matter what we say, no matter what we do, they will stay vote for them. Because those that are voting, they don't know what they want, they don't know what good for them, and they care less about the future of the country.
All right, so for our question quickly before you come in, you know, for me, I've been around and I've really been observing some of these things. So, like for example, during the gun elections, I think there were almost 42 lawmakers that were voted out. Was because of change. So, if you if you do your own math, you will definitely know that the 42 lawmakers they are more than, because I think they are about 73 or in other numbers. So if you have 42 new persons as a way of change, because you're not talking about the vote, right? So now if you bring in 42 new group of people, that alone tells you that you want change. That means the first group of people that were there, they were not doing the right thing. So you bring in another new group of people to make sure that things work. Now, follow-up question again to that is, most of the support that we get from Liberia comes from you people. So it's like, there's a saying. They say, put your mouth where your money is. Most of the support comes from you people, because all of the politicians from back home, even including the speaker right now, he want to answer to you people, lobbying, going to get all of these things and come back home and in fact, like everything was bread and butter for him, and use the same things to campaign on the people. So my point here is, instead of us sometimes, or maybe we look at everything like, okay, the voters are the problem. Why can't we hold these politicians accountable and look in their faces like we will support them? You will give them all of the resources. You will give them all of the material, because Joseph came down the free time with almost continuous of drugs from the US. So all of these things come from that side. And at the end of the day, these people, they use the same thing against the people, because they feel that the people are hungry, the people are living in poverty, the people don't have food, even before it came on, or in fact, not too long, even before it came on. Somebody wrote a comment that up to now that their children are not in school. So for me, seeing sometimes blaming the voter, they say, okay, you people are the one, you people are dead, but you people have all of the power on that side. For me, I see it.
Well, what you have to understand, the people that we call corrupt-minded people, corrupt government officials, they all get family, they all get friends, they get associates, they get collaborators that also have families here. So, what you don't understand, those people, they don't understand, they don't represent the entire diaspora Liberians. But when they come here, they have their friends, they have their family members, they have their corrupt partners who have families here and friends and associates who are also benefiting. You don't expect then when they come here that everybody's just going to abandon them, nobody's going to pay attention to them. No, they will have those people. One of my people called me the other day, we were talking, he told me, oh, DeLong was here. And some of the things that happened there were they were all with DeLong. Because why? Somebody knows somebody person in government benefiting from DeLong, them rescue government. When DeLong comes to Minnesota, they want to be with him. Somebody too when they go to Liberia, they can use DeLong there to engage in corruption. So when DeLong come here, they will welcome him. But how many people is willing? I mean, how many people that are willing to actually stand up against the people? So you can't paint everybody with the same brush simply because you got few Liberians here who are supporters of those people, those corrupt-minded people. Then you think that all the diaspora Liberians are supporting. But no matter what we do, no matter how much we resist or we fight against these people, the biggest, strength, the biggest power is with you people all down there. Every time we will tell you guys this and you will do something different. Liberians in the diaspora, Europe, Australia, United States, everywhere, communists have more support from the diaspora more than any other candidate. And people from the diaspora were outraged. They were angry the way things happen in Liberia, the way election happened. Guess what? How many people you saw getting angry or they were really outraged like diaspora Liberians after the election? Nobody in Liberia. They accepted everything that happened. That's what we said. In fact, there was no cheating. The Joe Baka they wanted, and Joe Baka they get. So they will enjoy Joseph Baka and Joseph Baka government. The diaspora people now, they're not responsible for anything. All we do, we can help show you the role, tell you what is right, tell you what you need to do, tell you what is good for you, and you decide whether or not to accept those things.
Well, thank you, Mr. Connor. Just before I bring in Lofa, let me say this to move on. Move on, you make a very good point. But like I said the other day, many of you guys back home, you don't even like yourself. You can't even stand up for what is right. You are so engulfed into this mindset of slavery that your own thing that you're supposed to stand up for, you can't stand up for it. When was the last time? Imagine you're in La bro, most of you're staging protests, but you're in meeting with politicians and giving your money on cover. For your own good, though. Imagine somebody in Liberia, the child or the children are going to school, the government is corrupt, they know about it, they're suffering. Somebody get you $10 and you come here on the show and say, we're waiting for you from the diaspora to come lead protests. That does that tell me that you serious? Does that tell me that you even ready to even save yourself? We were in the diaspora, we're only saying some of these things because we want to enlighten you. All the things that we can say here, all the revelations that have been on SKTV from day one, you all come here, you listen to it on the radio. What do you guys do about it? What have you guys done about it? From Jowea time till now, what have you guys done about it? What are you guys willing to do? What are the sacrifices? What is step you're willing to take for your own freedom to free yourself from the politicians? We're finished talking here. Tomorrow, group of you will go line out to the airport to welcome Joseph Boaga, who been here for 2 weeks and coming back with nothing. 2 weeks, he coming back with nothing. So, I mean, y'all got a bigger problem. Y'all got a biggest problem in life. And not us. You can be blaming us. And let me say to the politicians and to that come here, when Joe we were in power, as we speak to you now, there are people on payroll for the Unity Party that are living in America. They don't go to work. They're taking pay in America. The same thing Joe we were paying other people here too. When they come in, then the governors themselves, they go, they say, oh, and the president coming to go to UN General Assembly. So you see, so at the end of the day, to be honest, the problem is with you guys. And when some of us decide to come to run over there, y'all say we not know y'all. Because we bring all our money from on the side to come. And so the first question you start asking, what you not do yet? The one that you voting for, the Joseph Boaga that you voted for, what Joseph Boaga done for your life or for you? What Jowea did for your family, Joseph Boaga? What did Jowea do for Liberia, for you personally, that you stood in line to vote for him, in the ring to vote for him? So this slavery mentality that you got in that country, you got your own problem. That you're the biggest problem. That you're the biggest trouble. And that's why sometimes some of us can come on this show here, we can say the way we're saying it, that is sweet for you. And you know what? We hope that this will continue for maybe 24 years. Some of you will die in poverty. Some of you will die, you will never see light there on. You will never take out on shower. And it's sweet for you. Because of the choice you made that what you want. And when I bring Lofa on, Lofa, what say you? How are you?
Hey Steve, how you guys doing? Sekou, Melbourne. Thanks for allowing me to contribute to the conversation. It's a great conversation thus far. I was literally pushed to join the conversation because of Melbourne's question that I will claim it's not even a question. All right, it's much more of an allegation, right? Mm-hmm. You're trying to blame us for your refusal, okay, to act accordingly. While it is true that some diaspora Liberians contribute to where we are today, but you cannot negate the fact that the people on ground, like yourself, contributed to what you are experiencing today, Melbourne. Melbourne, you're educated, all right? You learn. You're smart enough to have done due diligence, to have deciphered this whole issue of good governance. You saw all of the candidates in the race. The question to you, though, Melbourne, outside of work, why it is true that a lot of people would say, as a journalist, you should not involve yourself or associate with a specific candidate. Truth, but outside of work, what message did you propagate to your relatives, your immediate relatives, based on what and who did you sell to them? All right, as that candidate. And did you also ask those relatives of yours to also go about reaching out to their friends and other family members? You know what you expected? You shifting the blame on diaspora Liberians because you feel like, okay, that is the way out. Because we are so accustomed to handouts. That is not how it works. No, but you must work tirelessly and hard and feel the pain. You must feel the pinch for you to really appreciate the work that you have invested in a candidate. A lot of you in Liberia, when we were actually making the case, what were you saying back home? It's not his time. Let Cummings wait. Who know Cummings here? Coca-Cola is not Liberia. Those were the claims that you are making. You cannot blame us. The point that you made about diaspora Liberian being a part of this, I want to agree with you. Just a little bit. And I will give you an example. You know, Entrip Jallo, who calls the show here every time, she calls Circle Phone and Moses wants to contribute interest to some extent. 2017, okay? She jumped on the George Weah bandwagon. Interest and other people started referencing us when we were actually advocating for a better Liberia. Interest and other, you know how they reference us? They call us, they said we are enemies of the state. Interest will call, they said interest and other people reference us as being envious. When things did not go well, when interest attempted to take her project to Liberia, and the Weah-led government gave her blind eye, and it did not go well. Entra then realized that, oh, okay, this is not the group for me. She then jumped on the other side and joined us to again advocate against bad governance. When President Weah was coming to power, when some of us sat on here and we said, look, this is not the right thing to do. It's not President Weah, but boycott. Interest and other people said President Boycott was the right choice. They propagated the message for President Boycott, not based on his competence, but based on his popularity. And guess what? They sold you President Boycott. Now today, interest in less than a year, she's right back here crying. So what does that say about the nature of Liberian? That's what Sekou said. We often want to buy into bad things. I hear interest calling the show all the time. She's complaining. You complain about George Weah. George Weah did all the bad things. Then you saw reason to go support boycott. After we supported DeLon, we started complaining about DeLon. Interest supported DeLon candidacy. We started supporting DeLon. Then you saw DeLon supporting President Boycott. Then you jump behind this. Again, my question here. How is it that even though majority of diaspora Liberians saw Mr. Cummings as that formidable force, that candidate to transform Liberia, even seditions will admit that Mr. Cummings would have been the best to put Liberia on the right trajectory. You guys back home, you blatantly refuse. You said because you are not ready yet. You wanted to give the old man a chance. You said because the old man has served government for 40 some more years, there was no reason to not give him a chance. You wanted to reward him with a retirement package that would give him free flight out of Liberia, a retirement package that would pay his medical bill, okay? A retirement package that would give him luxurious time out of the country on vacation. How is it that you're sitting here and you want to blame us, Milborn, for your decision? I'll close on this note. Those of you back home, you often hold on one second. Can I just land, Milborn? Can you hear me? And I'll close on this note, though. I will close on this note, Milborn. Remember that you guys often say to us, don't say in America and tell us what to do here, not because you can help us with few dollars, means you should tell us how to live our lives. Come here and vote yourselves. So with all of those shades, all of those statements that are thrown at us, you still want to blame us, Milborn, for your decision to elect bad government officials? I say no. We refuse to take the blame for your decision. You chose to remain in suffering, and this is what you're getting. You're getting what you bought, because we told you guys, everybody that put their hands or had their hands up, they were coming there sincerely to enrich themselves because they wanted to rescue themselves. Give an Alexander Cummings a chance. You had the option to do a Tier 1 Gonglo or Clarence Moneyback. You said none of those people were ready, especially for an Alexander Cummings who told you, let me work for you free of charge. I don't want your salary. Take it. This is somebody who said, I don't want your salary. Your salary will go towards the fight against corruption. I will put all of that money into the fight against corruption and the building of better health care. You said no, because you did not want him. You call him baby police. So now you have what you wanted. You don't have the baby police to deal with. Deal with your old man Baker. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Quickly,
Steve, quickly,
Yes,
man. Let me just say something about Lofa. That was on point. Thank you. But Steve, I just wanted to update our people. So, like yesterday, I told you guys when you guys were on, we got one person that donated $25. So today, somebody sent $15 to the Cash App, and then somebody sent $50 to the Zelle. So from yesterday to today, the 3 people that have donated. So those of you who have supported SKTV, we say thank you. If you haven't done so, we still expect more people to support SKTV. 3 people, not enough. Come on now. We can't be doing that. But anyway,
yeah, man.
You got to do what you got to do. So, Steve, back to you.
Thank you. Melbourne, quickly react before we go to the
Yeah. So 30 seconds. Let me say thanks to President Lofa Julius. Indeed, you said everything. But let me just remind you on some of the things that you just said, that indeed you people supported Davos Dillon, quote unquote, the light. Today, where is the light? The light is off. Now, 1. 2, this current president today was heavily supported by some of you from that side. They use the network, which of course today is Spoon Network, heavily used today to bring the government today to power. So sometimes my thing we say, we're not saying just because we want to say it, but we say these things so that we all as people can find the way forward. Because for me, what I'm seeing is that, most of the time the blame will only be shifted on the voters. I do agree though, but mind you, if what we are doing now, if we don't do these things, the people, they will not know which way to go. So every time we come here and talk, I have to know about some of the good and bad things that are happening, even though physically some of them, they go through all of these things and they know what's going on. But based on sometimes some of the things we will say, we also, some of them will change. That what happened, most of them, Spoon Network was heavily behind the coming to power of this current president. And where coming from? From overseas. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying that, they are good and they are bad. No, I agree. But there are also bad Liberians who support bad things. And when it happens, everybody hold their hand back. So I hope that people don't see that maybe only want to shift the blame. I don't want blame to be shifted both sides. I want us to deal with you wicked politicians and find the way forward for better Liberia. Period. Thank you.
Thank you, Melbourne. Mr. Kana, do you have anything to add before we go to the lines?
I don't have a lot to add. So we can go to the line.
Yeah, Melbourne, let's hear from
we are running out of time.
Yeah, let's hear from our people. I beg you. Because I plenty things we'll talk it right now.
So the numbers to call is 0777 line 1. Maybe if line 1 go up, then we'll use line 2. So 0777 285 961. That's the number to call today. Caller, good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, my brother, we're good. Thank God. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
I'm joining from Congo Town. This is CDC defending Janya Abenigo Newsletter.
Go ahead, my brother.
So, during the heat of the campaign, the citizens had the full responsibility to choose who they want. During the heat of the campaign, no citizens in Liberia had a forensic list. All the politicians had the same ratio, had the same expression, the same way of doing things. But if we bring them on board, expected them to do what we require, and they drop, automatically you cannot shift the blame on the citizens except the politician. Now, listen to this. In the Southeast, specifically out here from Maryland County. 2 persons had to join to buy her back that cost $5,000 at a start. This government is stupid, the citizen of the country. This government will rip the accountability of our state. The justice system of our country is being paralyzed. The government structure of the state is being divided. However, those people that are in the power of God will judge them what they are doing. Because what we have been told currently, most of them are now buying houses in Ghana. Because in 2029, different government may come in power and they may be audited at the end of the day to be free out of the country. But as the day comes, they will be held responsible. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Meaning to this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us?
Yeah, thank you. This is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation for about Carwell. And neighbor, most often when I listen to our brother from America who try to ship me all year, sometimes it beat my heart, right? Most of the people from America, if you look at the past election, these guys were raising money in America for President Walker. The people in America were running propaganda. They were going from where was passing around saying that, oh, the other person still the other person, only because they wanted Walker to be elected. Today, President Walker won the election and want to shift. But for me, I support Donald Trump. Let the people in America, one thing that we in America was stupid. Let all of them come down so we can face this country.
Hello, to this caller, good evening.
Good evening, sir. My name is Manju Ture. I'm calling from Carwell,
Go ahead.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to contribute on the national platform. Well, the problem we have in Liberia here can be attributed to us, the electorate. We are so greedy in this country to the extent that we bury the shame and go for anything. To just go for anything that comes from anywhere and say, I want this, I want that. That's one of the major problems we have in this country. Look, for me, all the friction that we're supposed to use in this country have been exhausted. That only one thing remains. You put only the median there, the median people, you gather people and put 100,000 people in the street to protest against bad leadership in this country. That's the only thing that remains for this country now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Libor, Seku, Steve, and that of President Mark. And thank you very much for the fascinating discussion this evening. I'm Peter David Castle. I call from Honor the Street like the Lord John Savior. And Libor, firstly, let me extend my great appreciation to you for the caution that you pose to those guys in the diaspora. You know, the guys have a mindset that, when it comes to misfortune, the shit the blame on the Liberian people or those that are residing here, and forgetting to know that they are the major and the prime factor or contributing factor towards the honor growth and the development of our society. Steve and Seku and that of Brazilian man, these are people that were calling dinner here yesterday and the light. And most of some of them voted for Joseph Walker. They are the one that brought this particular disaster on the Liberian people today. They want to still go and go high again and beyond job. We are correct. We don't need to stop that. Those people are in a diaspora. We are well school and educated here, people, and we are living better life. And so people cannot no longer blaspheme all here in this particular country. We are well educated, composed, and we know that John we are is the best alternative for this particular country.
Thank you. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Let me cover, before my name is Kiwoki William, I joined you from Soaking in the Shifu. When you were, salary and the issue of starting me, I want to start with this people. We really love the Old Testament. Malachi chapter 3 says, 6 to 10. What cash for that thing died, for that thing offering that is there.
That money.
Give me a chance, if you can give me a chance, I will provide you 10 to 16 Bible verses are supposed to start in it. So anybody who don't believe in starting it, you don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in God.
The message you're not going to heaven, according to the pastor, that when he said, but he did apologize and said no. So Tada, only about money. So Tada, it's all about money.
You paying tax. You're a millionaire. Nonsense.
Okay, correct. All right, good. So I don't want you to go because Tada is not all about money. So and these pastors are all about money. So my brother, don't waste our time. So let's call a good evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let me say good evening to your many great listeners. This is the voice of Prince Kolake. So I think today's show is one of the best show ever in the history of SKTV. Evidence by the how Joe is being told today. I love all of those questions that you posted to our brothers, our fellows that are in the diaspora. I've seen a lot of cleans and counter cleans, and these are things that we will be talking from now to judgment day until all of us can come to the realization that we play a major role in the way the manner inform our leaders and our country is going nowadays. I believe 50% the diaspora should be clean. We should take 50% because if you look at Liberians, most of us live on remittances. So when it comes to election process, I could hear yesterday people even threatening their relatives in Liberia that if you don't go this way, meaning I won't say nothing for you. There's a famous saying that once who feed you, control you. So our brothers here, they shouldn't shift the blame 100%. At time we make decision, if you look at the law, who know today that the law will backslide, that the law of yesterday will not be in the interest of the people. So we elected the law on the matter of things for what he said. If you look at the law first year in power, when he was on that probation period, he worked assiduously. That gave us the opportunity to re-elect him. But when we re-elected him, is the time we get to know that the law is set. So you don't bring us 100%. I did not blame each other because you're playing another role.
All right, thank you.
All right. We'll bring you 80%. We'll bring 80% and take 20%.
Lemo, I think you can just start the call now. So let's react to it.
Yeah, come in. So the call will be our last call. Yeah, go ahead. No, the country interesting.
Okay. You know, like what Prince Kolake said, this is that show. And let me go to the person right, comment. See, if Trump behave the way he want to behave and the policy he want to bring, then it's not fair to other people around the world. You know that even most of the other people, resources around the world have been sought by America, and they go to have those resources are reserved in their own home. Why they are doing that? So that time comes so they can give back to other countries they were sucking the resources from. So if they have policy and people went through those policy, people went there illegally, those illegal issues can be dealt with. But if people started in America legitimized by those laws, he want to come and dump everything because he have personal intake. You see where he come from too. There's no human being that just say I drive from up, they say I am and I say I come from no.
All right.
I come from somewhere.
All right, thank you so much.
But before I drive the land, remember, at least before I drive the land, somebody saw
Lofa Julius.
Yeah, one of the people here. Don't you know that the amount of delegation that came from America to come to fight for this government that in power now?
And they even voted. They came down to even vote.
And even besides that, people who never spoke their own dialect before, they were in America forcing themselves to speak dialect, all the other to tell their people to go for this.
All right, thank you.
Well, let's start.
See, the last time was going towards Steve.
Let's start a reaction from Lofa. Lofa, how do you react to the callers?
But let me start by saying, I like the fact that they are reacting the way they are reacting, because what that says to me is they are feeling the pinch of their action. So it's a good thing that they are now looking to shift the blame. Let me give you this analogy, right? Even a child who lives in the home with the parent, and the parent do everything to make sure that they come up good, all right, so that they as parents can be proud. When that child refuse to follow instruction and they end up somewhere, you know being incarcerated, they often, not very often, would they say, I should hold myself accountable. They may want to blame the parent for something. All right, they may want to shift the blame on society or something else. And this is exactly what our brothers back home are attempting to do. Again, you had options. You notice what they're doing? They're trying to behave as though they can psychologize the entire conversation, making it seem as though, hey, you told us to vote for boycott. You lying. You had options. You had option. I don't remember one day on this platform where Sekou ever spoke of any Liberian accepting President Boycott as an option. I don't remember any time where you, Moses, you ever hinted the option of boycott, to the extent where the second round, we started to compare both parties that were left in the race as 5 and 6, 6 and 7. We said they are the same. So why are you trying to sit out here and shift the blame on diaspora Liberian when you had other options? Yes, some of us who supported Darius DeLong, and I say this often, and that's the reason why I have not shut my mouth to remain silent from the day Darius DeLong, okay, was elected. The next day, I started to criticize him and started to push for better governance. Folks who actually, along with myself, supported DeLong, they came at me. But today, I have been vindicated. Look, the truth remains, those of you back home in Liberia, you see no reason to accept the truth that you need. If you want something good, it shouldn't have to be from under your roof. There were options that you chose purposely to ignore. I close again on this note. Mr. Alexander Cummings said, I want not a dime as salary. I only want to serve my country. Money that's supposed to be given to me as salary will go towards the fight against corruption. It will go towards healthcare and other things. I just want to serve my country. For somebody to make this offer, volunteer their service, even Melbourne in our studio would not work free of charge. Mr. Cummings said, I have worked, I retire, I'm okay. Just give me the opportunity, sir. You, the Liberian back home, you said no, because again, you label him baby police. You said he worked for Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola management is not the same as governing a country. You said if President Boycott was in a wheelchair, you would take him. You even made the statement that had he been in the coffin, you would still elect him. You Liberian, it was you Liberian back home who made that comment. You said, God forbid, had President Boycott died in the electoral process, you would have elected him while he was in his coffin. Was it diaspora Liberian who put the words in your mouth? Stop blaming us. We told you, you refused to listen to us, and you started to call us names and other things. We gave you 3 options or 3 alternatives. You ignore it. Enjoy what you pay for and stop blaming diaspora Liberian. That's what you pay for. Take it and enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, how do you react to the caller? Because you're doing a call too. What is going on?
I love it. I love it so much. And unfortunately, we don't have enough time to elaborate more, but I will try to say a few things. First of all, let's agree. All the political parties, they have their people in the diaspora. But guess what? They're all going to give you their competing opinions as to what is good for Liberia. You there, you don't want to know what's good for you. Unless you tell me you don't know. You there, you don't want to know what you want. Unless you tell me you don't. That means that will bring That will bring another question. So, Liberians in the diaspora will always form part of the political process. People have different opinion. People have different support system. People have different reason for which as to why they are supporting Mr. X, Y, or Z. At the end of the day, whose life being impacted directly by the decision, whether made by Liberians in the diaspora or Liberians in Liberia, it is Liberians in Liberia are the ones that are going to be impacted directly firsthand. So it doesn't matter what I will tell you. It doesn't matter what Monk will tell you, Lofa Julius, or Steve will tell you from the diaspora. At the end of the day, whatever you get, whatever decision you make, that's what you're going to live with. Most of the people who are saying now, oh, the diaspora people, you know who they are? Those are Jowia supporters that felt we campaigned against George Weah for 6 years,
Thank you, Sekou.
We destroyed the Weah government, and at the end of the day, Joseph Boakai benefited from the fight all of us fight. Guess what? We fought. It's true. We fought back Governor Ono George Weah because we knew George Weah was not up to the task. He was corrupt. We saw that the country saw a lot of mysterious death on his watch. You guys are angry because George Weah was kicked out, and largely George Weah was campaigned against and destroyed by the diaspora media across the board. So because now Joseph Boakai won, you blaming us now for that. You know what you need to know? You yourself, you never voted for George Weah. George Weah never got enough vote to be re-elected. So the problem, it doesn't matter. You know very well all the political parties get their own people here. Even as we speak, let's agree now that we the one actually, remove George Weah from power, and then Joseph Boakai is president. Today, open the line in Liberia with all the good people around the world, all the qualified Liberians, educated, well-placed Liberians, with proven background. If you open the land today, who will you vote for president? George Weah will carry the day. Now, we don't want telling you to think like that. Blame yourself. We can only provide you information. But the decision is yours, unless you tell me you didn't get brain. But me, I believe you got brain. But I can tell you, Steve and Brazilian and Lofa Julius, majority of the people are calling right now, putting blame out there, just angry because we campaign enough to make Liberian people not to support George Weah, but they decided to support a man who cannot offer them anything. And they will live with it, and they will enjoy their decision.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Well, first of all, let me tell the callers thank you. And, it's a good thing for people to react. I want to add up to what Lofa and Sekou just said. I think the bottom line here is, yes, the people from the diaspora, some of us advocated, and some of us, especially on this platform, we told you to go through the process of elimination. That George Weah and Joseph Boakai were the same. You have seen them in leadership. You have seen them in power. There is no need for you to support them. Some of you gravitated towards a convicted, confessed criminal incident on Witherspoon. You went to Spoon Talk. And you still go there with your hypocritical selves. You're in Liberia went there. When Joseph Boakai appeared on that network to tell you that Joseph Boakai's presidency was going to be a criminal presidency, it was going to be a corrupt one, he sat on a corrupt network and bet for money there. And some of you in Labrador took your hard-earned money and contributed. Now, I'll tell you to go under the ring, to go be in the mud and everything for Boaga. And I put in the diaspora, I told you to do that. We told you stay away from CDC, stay away from Joey. We told you right here on the show. The records are there, they're clear. You said we hate Liberia and we not get enough followers, and we not people will not follow us. In fact, you started calling each other for people to not watch the show again because we stood up for what is right, and we will continue to stand up for what is right on this platform. We'll never be swayed. You say Alexander Comey were paying off. You say Musa Benede were paying off. You say everybody else was paying off. Only because we did not cave into supporting Boakai and John Weir. On the same platform, we told you. You say, in fact, your cause Seku, your cause a religion. Some of you even call me, your so-called Christian, and you call me behind closed door while following your Maningo man, and all kind of foolishness you talk. You're a bunch of hypocritical people. Some of you in America, grown men and women. And why you did? And why you did? Oh, that today you want backtrack because the thing that your follower will tell you, the shame coming to you now. You saw Joseph Boakai identifying with a criminal openly and willingly, and you when you supported him. That today you won't take it back. No, you don't take it back. Or the can always say, all of you who supported Joseph Boakai, you guys as criminal as Joseph Boakai. Because you saw his behavior. You saw how Joseph Boakai acted here. Joseph Boakai lied. Joseph Boakai associated openly with criminal willingly. Nobody forced him to go on that platform. You're created along with Dillon. They what they call the so-called, what they call your passing the wrong way. Why would other stupid station they have passing the wrong bunch of job seekers they were on there? All of them were there looking for job. And I close it.
You say reload.
Reload. Class reload. You have bunch of job hustlers in there. Bunch of immoral people who are sitting over there. And are they you to be running on? Oh, yeah, you remember it? Your thing will let you.
So, Steve, thank you so much. I want to say something before we go. To our people that will support us, well wishers, and those that have been supporting us financially. For Friday to Saturday, and we're going to get 3 people supporting us. Yeah, thank you. All I got to say.
Thank you,
So,
Mr. Kanye.
yes. So before we go, Steve, let me say thank you. I just listened and you said something so important because you know the reason why I keep stretching on this.
Steve, you did not finish your comment. I think you were done, right?
No, the only thing, the last thing I wanted to say is this.
Oh, okay. I thought you were done.
The last thing I want to say is
but yeah, Margaret, I got to announce the money business. If you invest at our cost or some money. Yeah.
It's good.
Or just some of the money. I got to talk about that one.
It's good to take responsibility. It's really good. You're who in Liberia, even when the election was fraudulent, and we still stand by it today, we told you, what do you guys do? Did you guys ever stand up to it? And you're in Liberia, that you voted? We never voted. You voted. Did you ever stand up or say anything to it? And you agree to everything? So why should you be blaming us? Why? Why are we the problem?
Just maybe you never.
Some of us.
Yeah, but remember that will happen. You're not going to get everybody against one person. People always have their people. They have their support. They got their family that will support them, but they are not in majority. Majority of diaspora Liberians support the commies. But and Liberian people in Liberia, whatever decision they make, that's what we all live with.
Yeah. So some of us.
That's the point.
Some of us.
But you say that we never voted. So
but when you say we're talking about the majority of people, even those that flew from here, majority of them voted for commies. We know.
Exactly. So some of us.
At the end of the day, the decision that you're going to make on the ground carry the day.
Yes.
So you take the blame for everything that happened.
Yeah. And you're in majority. How many people that left from here were not the probably didn't pay 5,000?
It's money now. Campaign is money.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah. You were sending the money.
No, here's the thing. Joseph Boakai monies that were collected, where they were collected from? They were collected from a convicted, confessed criminal person. No, it is. Let me say this to you. It is very fair for us to point out
Yeah, because
to tell that to distinguish the sheep from the goats.
now
Right?
you're talking because we
In the
hear some of
diaspora,
them follow all these
in the
things.
diaspora, let me tell you today, in the diaspora, everybody who mean well, who wanted a change for the country, did not support Joseph Boakai. I will tell you today, everybody who wanted an opportunity to either look for a job, to continue corruption, stealing, or they were with John Weir and they didn't get what they wanted to get from John Weir. They saw Joseph Boakai as the lean dog that they could go behind to achieve their goals. They supported Joseph Boakai. That's why I will say this today. I can always say it. Whether you man or you woman, if you supported Joseph Boakai, you are as equally responsible for what the Liberian people are going through.
Yeah, man. But we want to make it look like no. But when we step here, we Western, we stop.
Let me end my statement now, because you know the person you're my chain. You're not fair to me today.
And then everybody, Margaret, the poor man lawyer.
No,
Elizabeth is not contributing anything. We talk about money business on less TV talk.
Elizabeth saying the same thing.
No, Elizabeth, I don't know. Margaret recruited her.
Oh Lord, my boy has seen a profile. Oh, but anyway, let me say the lapper. On this level,
we can support ourselves. They can't talk.
Sekou
can't give money. Anyone can talk.
Sekou and I were open. Yes, we supported Senator Darius Dillon. Once we saw Senator Darius Dillon misbehaving, we called him out. Until today, we continue to hold Senator Darius Dillon feet to the fire. I will say it. There are a day that passes on the show where we don't call all day long and nobody can learn for the role in what's going on in the country currently. You understand? So we pointed them out, but you're still on the ground. Maybe let's be honest. You're still on the ground, decided you'll go that way. Even when we tell you what is right, you'll come against or you'll cause us, you'll fight us. So you'll take the biggest responsibility here and to show to one of the caller that says something that's very interesting in that the only thing I really told from the whole conversation. It is time for you to take on that responsibility to rise up and get in the street and demand the government to do the right thing or step aside. Instead of calling on the radio and shifting blame on us. I challenge you now. I challenge you to hold the government feet to the fire. Let the open challenge be there. I challenge you to mobilize yourself. You don't need money. You don't need money to go in the street. You don't need money to get up from your horse and carry pack, a coat pack. You don't need money to carry empty cup.
You see, one of your friends who were advocating to give you a chance to talk, saying that they don't give their money to anything that got to do with Liberia. But then you hear every day enjoying people who pay their money for everything that got to do with Liberia. They kind of put them like a block. Because you feel you're smart or you know better than everybody else. People, we just come here and talk about Liberia, we take our time. It's money too. People that have been donating their money. But you want to enjoy other people, then you because you're smart. Sometimes if you don't give anything, just be quiet. I don't put my money in anything in Liberia, but you always following Liberia stuff. You always coming to SKTV to listen to Liberia stuff. You always participating. You always writing, a lot of garbage. But you don't want to spend. If you don't got money to spend, just be quiet. You don't have to. But don't make it look like other people are spending, they are stupid. Or they don't know what they don't have nothing to do with their money. Anyway, we got to leave it there for today.
Yeah, so see you finish because I don't want to say something to some of our followers, our viewers. I know how some of you feeling right now. You are even commenting, saying all kinds of things. Well, it is all right. But let me be frank, Liberia will only get better when we all see this thing out. Nobody's going to be holding anything back. No. So if you feel that maybe what I'm saying today or maybe what we're discussing is wrong, well, that's how you feel. But I will tell you that we are responsible for the backwardness of this country. Whether you go up, you come down, for me to how I feel. Because why? Some of us, we are one way and the other supporting bad things. And we come out pretending like we are good. No. We know some of us have been here and we saw some of you, how you behave, what's going on and everything. Like we said, even the SKTV, enough money coming to our Liberia, but for you to even support the platform. Some of you are even showing away, but you will come and make comments say anything that you want to say again. We love you all. We will say what we want to say. That's the beauty of democracy. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Sekou. And good night to all of you.
Yeah, but let me talk and get a loud word. I'm talking on you. Get a loud word there for the day.
I feel it about
Well,
the way the weekend went for the past 1 month, maybe you will not see me for a while. Because I don't have much interest, unless it's necessary, I will come on. But it will take time for me to let me focus on good things for myself. I don't really have time for a lot of stuff right now. That's it.
Yeah, but I'm on my way to the house.
Only politics they can support. If you are
it's good. I don't care.
They're going to support you.
Yeah, but I'm on my way.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, but Mr. Kanye, before I come to the hall, we finish with the show. I saw one other guy calling on the show, talking funny thing. He would get scripture. Tell that man Melbourne, and we'll be on the show. Say he man of God, and he Jesus.
Yeah, but then you call me good.
Yeah, and he Jesus Junior. Let him bring a scripture then with him. That will meet on the next show, and Jesus Junior can defend his Father in heaven, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, but let you call me and let you bring proof and evidence to where you saw Jesus Christ paying tax. And then you say you follow it. So come, bring everything, my brother, and come. And I will good night. Yeah,
my man, thank you. And thank you to the entire, management and team of Truth FM. And thank you to you, Melbourne, in particular, for always coming on every day. But our people, yeah, our people are not, consistent. We got to do what we got to do. But if we don't really, we don't have to force anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's just, work within our means, and do whatever we can do based on our own time and availability. We don't have to force anything. Nothing is that serious about Liberia. Many Liberians are not serious. Yeah, look at that. I just blocked that other one that was talking nonsense here. Yeah, that one I don't wish that I can announce to you that what I will do before I do it. We're not hearing you, Steve.
I beg you, don't be blocking my supporter then.
No, that one supporter there. That one we take over for safekeeping.
Yeah, remember also I beg you, contact that Jesus Junior will be waiting for him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the platform is here, and then I want to come on, and one thing I like is that Steve, Jesus Christ, for me, I follow him. All of through he did, he used to go to these places to answer questions. So if you feel that you want to come and discuss one of these things, come on. The platform is here. Thank you. So again, secular, he said, I'm here always. I will always do my do. I don't mind with some of the people getting in their feelings. You see, common thing to do. Some of the things we talk to some of you started getting angry. See, so then what happened?
No, remember they will not get angry. You will go opposite, direction sometimes. That's okay. Don't be deterred by that. No, I mean, you have to write your opinion though. The same mindset you had, that's how a lot of other Liberians think too. They think we are the problem. They're angry because we pour fire behind Jowea, and Jowea is not them no more. And what happened? They feel like we don't want to get the party the power, so they're angry.
So, and you Melbourne watching you. If you attack my diaspora,
my man, the deacon gotta go to church. I told you, the deacon gotta go to church. It's in the.
But
all right, but man, I see you. Steve, say you coming?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, but Melbourne, I come go to second right now, but they increase your time. So without working with you again.
Just imagine my 10% I've been struggling with. The man can talk about 230 to 40%. Who will pay that one? Then somebody can talk about it.
But easy the can be telling you that you can be making plans behind closed door. You can say I'm a leader. You see it?
That's well. Somebody come on, the man say, Jesus. I give us a
hold on, Steve. Somebody said something. Say if I stop coming, they will win me. Who's gonna win me? The boy were winning. They already won. And we agree. The people won and we agree. So what else? Yeah, I'm just going to focus on myself, on my thing, you know. But from time to time, it will come. But I'm not just, you know, going to be as regular as I used to be because I see no need. Yeah, I see no need to do that. It's the same to you guys anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Actually.
Right. Right there.
Well, thank you. Well, Melbourne.
Yes,
my man go tomorrow first Sunday, you gotta go where and you gotta collect
I keep telling you, my man, we still talking. You know, the people, it's my problem. I know you are not for any political party. They're not sending you to church. So tomorrow I want to go to church. I want to come out. No wahala.
The way I look at you, you join. The way I look at you, join. What do you put in you?
You always
you join the ruling party.
What kind of party?
The ruling party.
Let me say, Steve, on a very serious note, let me be frank, right? I want a better government that will take good care of our people.
Yeah, but Unity Party are doing exceedingly well from what I'm hearing. They're doing exceedingly well, exceptionally well.
But it's not family party business. I will not care anyway. They won't control a party.
I gotta go. Hello?
Yeah, go see you, my brother. Party, everything. I waste of time. Good night.
Don't let your voice come show. I'll call you back.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The person who gave me the fear, the premise of death. So welcome and life with African.